Today we're taking a look at the new 2024 Core SS by Bowtech. Welcome back to Mike's Archery, and we are taking a look at the new 2024 lineup from Bowtech, and we have got the new Core SS on the table today, and we are looking at the specs. So let's get into the numbers on this new bow from Bowtech. The speed rating on the SS is going to be 337 feet per second with an axle-to-axle of 31.5 inches. That gives us an overall cam-to-cam length of 36 3/4. Now the brace height on this bow is coming in at 6 1/4, and then the advertised weight on this bow is at 4.5 pounds. As we threw it on the scale out of the box, we got 4.8. As we took the dampeners off of it, we got it down to 4.6. So coming in just a fudge over what they're saying, but pretty well spot on. Now as we look at the draw length options on the SS, it's coming to you with an option from 26 out to 31. So it's nice that they gave you that little extra bump on the top end. If you've got just a little longer draw past 30, you're going to be able to get into this new Core SS with that super smooth feel. Now from there, you get a draw weight option on this bow of 50, 60, or 70. Bowtech has traditionally made their own bow to be an 80-pound bow if you want to do that. In their flagship models, you typically don't get an 80-pound option. No different this year with that 50, 60, 70 span on this bow. Now the let-off on this cam is adjustable from 65 out to 85% as we've seen in the past. Now as we look at the new features for the system on these new Core bows from Bowtech, they've upgraded a few things from their target lineup, which is basically what we expected them to do and really figured they would come out of the box swinging with, and they did. So you've still got your DeadLock cam system with that flip disc technology. So it's going to come set from the factory on comfort setting. If you want to gain that 7, maybe 8 feet per second, you can flip these over to the performance setting. In our opinion, you lose a lot of the feel, especially on this SS, which is the reason you got this bow. It's usually not worth the flip to actually get the performance out of it unless you're really that guy looking for every foot per second you can gain. Now you've still got the dual lock pockets on this bow, locking everything into the riser, making it a solid shooter and just one of the best platforms on the market. Now, one of the upgrades that we saw them do is the TimeLock. We saw this come out on the Reckonings, and when they went to that, we figured it would come at some point on their flagship hunting bows, and this is the year for it. So we've got the new TimeLock system where you're able to time and tune your bow without a press. So you still got that ability to move your cam back and forth with DeadLock, but also to adjust any creep in those cables that you might experience throughout the season. You can actually adjust that without putting it in a press. Now some of the other options that they put into this bow, they've still got your integrated rest system on the back and all their standard mounting systems for sights, rests, and other things. Now what they did change is they went with their own CenterMass sight technology. So if you're wanting an integrated sight on the new Bowtechs, you can use what they're calling CenterMass. It is basically a flat bar slide that goes through the riser of the bow. It allowed them to keep that riser nice and thin, but still get you an integrated style sight on the front of your bow sliding through the riser. Now with that, they also added a CenterMass quiver that comes in nice and low profile with some nice hookups on there. It's a really nice quiver that's going to be outfitted that you can add to the Bowtech lineup. Obviously, they kept the orbit dampeners and the flex guard that they've had for the last several years, giving a nice smooth shot, taking the torque off those cables. But then we look at the grip. On the SS, they added GripLock. So something from the target side of things again, coming over to the hunting side. If you're that guy that likes just a little different feel in your grip, maybe a little higher wrist than what most manufacturers put out there, then you're going to be able to adjust this GripLock to come out to give you that extra angle and just make it sit in your hand and shoot better for your personal feel. Now for colors of this bow, they gave us a few options for this year. You've got 4 solids coming to you with black, flat dark earth, their OD green, as well as that smoke gray. Now on the camo side of things, you've got Mossy Oak DNA, Realtree Edge, a Subalpine, Elevated 2, and QU Verde. So some really great color options there to outfit this bow any way you see fit. Now as far as price point, the price on most of these bows we've seen for this year has gone up slightly, and the new Core SS is coming in at $12.99. So meeting there with most of the flagship models on the market, it is priced accordingly with what we're seeing out of the competition. From here, we're going to step back to the lane as we always do, shoot this bow over the chronograph, give you a breakdown of speeds, noise rating, and overall feel of the bow. As usual, we'll be shooting this bow on 29-inch draw length, 70 pounds, and 85% lead off. All right, so we step back here to the lane with the Bowtech Core SS, and we're going to shoot this thing over the chronograph, give you a breakdown on how it shoots and feels and specs, just overall how this bow performs. As usual, shooting on 29-inch draw length, 70 pounds on 85% let off. So let's just see how this Core SS performs. All right, so with 350 grain arrow, this bow is putting up 308 feet per second. With a 400 grain arrow, we've got 289. And with a 450 grain arrow, we got 277. And then with a 500 grain arrow, we got 263. So overall, some nice speeds out of the Core SS. This is what they call their super smooth model. And of course, it is. And that's why maybe slightly slower speeds than we see out of some of the other stuff. But still, packing a nice punch, putting up some really nice numbers. Now, as far as the noise rating on this bow, we're coming in at 97.5 decibels. Not a real quiet bow, but surely not a loud one as well. This bow is a nice shooting bow, especially for the hunting setup, but most importantly is that SS. They're super smooth. So if you're looking for something that just rolls over nice, the draw cycle on this bow is exactly what we've seen out of Bowtech in the past with their SS models. It comes over really nice, drops into the back wall, just really easy. Doesn't have that harsh build on it. Just overall just smooth all the way through, and then dropping into those draw stops real nice and easy. Now, as far as the after shot on this bow, very dead in the hand, exactly what we expect out of a flagship bow. Shooting very well. And then with that new grip system that they put on the hunting bows, giving you that GripLock technology. If you like something different there to change that wrist height and the angle on that grip, then certainly you can make those adjustments and make this bow just sit perfectly for you. So overall, Bowtech has got a really great lineup for 2024. And this Core SS, if you're looking for something in a super smooth model, definitely take a look at this. They've had a lot of great SS models over the years, and this one lives up to very similar to what they've had in the past. Overall, a great bow. Tunability, always some of the best out of Bowtech, and no different with them adding that TimeLock and things to it. So great bow for 2024. If you're looking for a new Bowtech, stop in the shop, give us a call here, and we will put one in your hands so you can shoot a new Bowtech.